Hello everyone, I am PyroFalkon and this is .hack. We are continuing our adventure. In the last episode we cleared a dungeon with Black Rose, and we have a couple more keywords on the list that we need to try out. We've got Closed Oblivious Twin Hills, which is a level 10. We're not quite there yet, but we did gain some levels while we were out there. Black Rose is 7, I am 7. That's great, we're on target. If we can just gain 3 levels per dungeon area, we'll be in good shape. So instead we'll go to Expansive, Delta, oh, I have learned that the Greek letter I did not know last time is Theta. I will try to remember that. Anyway, we're going to Delta, Expansive, Haunted, Sea of Sand, where the girl-like figure was witnessed. It is a level 3 fire area, so I think we will be fine since we are level 7. Those levels are not the only factor. If enemies are particularly strong or have certain elements, it may make the fight harder or easier, but... Hello, Purple Ninja! Who are you?
I came after reading the board, but the operator turned me back. I guess we can't play here.
That's a pity. Nice outfit, though. Well, let's use a fairy orb. There's quite a bit to do here, but... I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and grind out all the little yellow dots. It won't take that long, probably. And we need every experience point we can get. But still, as you can tell from all the garbage code that seems to be around, this area is pretty bugged. No pun intended with the deadly moths. Would you please die? Okay, yeah, like, that's probably fine, right? Every game does that. You can even tell from the skybox that we're kind of starting to enter the Matrix here, but again, pretty sure this is fine. This just must be some fancy graphics that the world has introduced, you know, for cool, awesome, skilled players like me. We're only getting 8 experience points per kill, which really isn't worth it, so I'm going to just continue into the dungeon. Which is a weird, funky looking thing. It looks like a seashell mixed with an elbow macaroni. Anyway, it's fine. We're just gonna head on in here, and I'm sure the admin will be fine with whatever we're doing. Hi, big guy.
Thank you for playing the world.
You're welcome.
This area is currently unstable and not functioning properly due to corrupted data configurations. Please return to the field immediately and gate out to the town.
No, if I give up now, I'll never be able to help him. I must continue on.
Very interesting in the game lore that the game, the developers, the admins are not forcing me to leave. They should be able to force me to leave, even with the garbage code peeking through the texture of the ground as well, so it's fine. We're just gonna push forward. I mean, if they're not gonna stop us, then we may as well keep going. So these enemies are thunder elemented, which has no positive or negative against Earth, that Black Rose still has her sword, her Earth sword. In the game, there are 6 elements. 6? I think 6 elements. And they oppose each other. It's not a triangle or a paper, rock, scissors thing. It's just 3 pairs that do oppose each other. So there's fire and water that oppose each other. Earth and wind, and then dark and light. And the player has no elements, so the only thing that matters is outgoing damage from the avatars, not incoming damage, which makes it very simple. I like my simple rule sets. I do like some complexity. I love Baldur's Gate 3, as does 90% of the gaming community, but sometimes simplicity is good too, especially for the sake of the show, so I don't go completely insane while trying to do a YouTube. Alright, let's... Come on, there you go. Wow, it's gonna... Yeah, we're getting... Well, that was 28 experience points. I mean, it's not a lot. So basically, if you fight something on level, you gain 50 experience points, and you always level up at 1,000. So as you level up, fighting the same enemy will be worth less. And if you fight above your level, then you can have more experience points per kill, up to 100, if I remember right. So, we're just going to press on. We now have Aptorma, so our magic accuracy goes up, which does not help Black Rose in the slightest, and I really generally don't care about magic. We're gonna keep fighting our way through here, though. This is more body gross, just like the last dungeon we did. So I am sure, if anyone has played this game before, I'm getting critiqued on my battle style, because I don't use skills that much. And it's because I'm a very slow, meticulous player. As anyone who has seen my Hitman series will attest, I am very meticulous, sometimes to the point of madness. But that's why I'm skipping over most of the grinding here, because... Ooh, steel cap. That might be our first item, our first equipment that's actually helpful for somebody. So that... Oh, but it's magical defense only. Magical defense 3, magical evasion 7, physical 0. I try to keep one item of each type in my pocket, so generally I'm equipped with the physical defense item, but if I'm fighting something that does a lot of magic, I'll switch my equipment on the fly and equip my magical defense items. So I want to keep it. It'll be helpful eventually, maybe. It doesn't hurt me by staying in my pocket for now. Guard cap. I think that might be for her. No, that's a balanced item. It'll work for both of us, but a 1 and 2 is not that helpful. I don't care for the balanced items. They're just lower overall. I think the point of the balanced items is that way you can equip it and forget it and not worry about switching on the fly, but I tend to micromanage my gear. I have not gotten this far in my personal save. I got distracted by grinding in different ways, so... I'm trying to remember the flow here, and I don't know how many floors I'm going to need to deal with, but we're clearly safe. I mean, these enemies aren't really even damaging me all that much. The poison is hurting me a lot worse than the enemies are, as is the flickering lights, which I'm wondering if I should put a warning at the beginning of this episode, but I don't think it's necessary. It happens occasionally, but luckily it's not rapid flashing lights. Do we have a third basement? We sure do. Little poison puff there. Oh, that marks a boss room. That's right. I remember. So if you see the poison puffs, that's basically like... It's not actually poison. If you see the little puffs, it's like, make sure you got everything else done before you go in here, but I'm sure we'll be okay. We are well ahead of the levels right now. You're a big beefy dude. Data bug? I need to data drain to defeat it. But we still have to attack it first. Use your skills! So we just keep our eye for when it shows the shield animation breaking. You can see its hit points are all gobbledygooked over there on the left. So we just beat the piss out of it for a while. I'm going to heal. Part of the reason I don't use skills as much is I am sort of the... Oh, there's Protect Break. I'm sort of the designated healer for these early games, so I want to make sure I have enough SP in my tank that I can heal Black Rose. But we are now going to data drain for the first time. Wahaha! And boosh! Give me your data! Viral infection has spread. Virus Core C. So if I do that too much, then that infection there on the right is going to fill up and eventually hit me with status ailments, but the occasional one is not a big deal. And now we can Saber Dance. Maybe I shouldn't have had Black Rose do her skill until... Well, it doesn't matter, he's dead that quick. 40 experience each. Not bad. I immediately hate you, Mistral.
I can't believe you
I'm a hacker. Professional hacker. Be impressed.
Oh, did I hit a nerve? Should I keep my mouth shut?
Well, as long as you're speaking in that voice, I mean, probably.
I came because I read a post about it on the board and it sounded interesting. But this place looks so weird. Even if the data is corrupted, it's too weird.
Oh god, she speaks in emojis.
Well, anyway, it seems strange things have been happening everywhere in the world.
You don't say, like people falling into comas?
Ever since the server failure, it's all going downhill. There's something going on. What? Oh, damn it!
Are you Wormmon? There's literally nothing there, Mistral.
I burned dinner.
Oh.
Oh well, gotta go.
That's why you shouldn't get too addicted to these MMOs.
Oh, I almost forgot. Invite me to your party next time.
No.
Let's do this again, Kay.
No. 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 I refuse. Alright, well, that happened. We are still not at level 10. We might have a chance to get through that dungeon, but maybe not. And oh god, I forgot about you. What a fucking awful looking avatar.
Huh?
I trust your eyes. I have a favor to ask.
Okay.
A player I know is being harassed by a wicked monster in Delta Indiscreet Gluttonous Pilgrimage.
I don't think I want to go to an indiscreet gluttonous pilgrimage.
I will vanquish the wicked monster, and I want you to bear witness. You will do that for me?
Nope. I guess so.
You will? I knew you would say that. Oh, good.
Role players, man. They're crazy.
I will be waiting for you at Delta Indiscreet Gluttonous Pilgrimage. This will be good.
This is why I wanted to leave the voice acting on for this one. Alright, well, let's get a read on a few things before we go. So, we're going to invite, is it? Nope. Select, nope. Where was it? Triangle, party, that's it. Add Mistral, who is level 1. But Mistral's a Wave Master, which is basically a pure mage. And we can get a level count on Delta Indiscreet Gluttonous Pilgrimage is level 4. So we need to go level up Mistral a little bit. So let me sell my crap first. And now that everyone is properly equipped, we're going to go into a random dungeon. Now, you can just pick random. Sleepy Law's Pilgrimage, but that's battle level 17. So that crap gets a little dangerous. So instead, I'm going to pull up my .hack keyword list that I've been working on. And you can see I've got a small list going of all the different words that are possible. So if we pick expansive, then whatever we get with the rest of this, it's still going to be a 2-floor dungeon. It might be a little challenging. Area level 2 is a estimate. It's not actually going to be a level 2 area. It's the second difficulty. There's 5 difficulties when you make a keyword. So we're going to pick expansive, and then frick if I know, I'm going to just pick a couple things at random and try to guess something that'll work for our level. So I found this area, Expansive Oblivious Aqua Field. It's good enough. There are enemies all over the place, including these angry Dobermans. But luckily, Mistral is gaining a lot of experience pretty rapidly. Every kill gives Black Rose and I only 50 experience, but it's getting Mistral 170. She's doing very well already. Remember, the only thing we have to do is try to get her to level 3 or 4-ish. 5 would be nice, but not even really all that necessary. We may not even have to go into the dungeon. Oh gosh, I'm getting the crap kicked out of me. Everybody heal yourselves, please. as I will do so on myself. 220 experience. And when you tell them to first aid, they use items on their own. No one bothered to heal Black Rose of her poison, but it's fine. So yeah, we should be able to handle this pretty easily. Stop yelling at me, Black Rose. It's your fault you didn't buy any antidotes. These Mushroom Kings are some of the most annoying early enemies that you will find. When they get low on health, they will cure themselves and each other, and it can take forever to try to take them down. But I believe these guys are here to teach you something important, because you can use the data drain on any enemy, including low-level ones, common ones, whatever. So early on in the game, until you have some more skills, by blasting these jerks with data drain, you artificially level them down and turn them into little weaklings like this. You get an item out of it, but the important thing is you get them off the field. So now, we're down to 1 Mushroom King, and now no Mushroom Kings. So even though the one I data drained didn't give us that much XP, that one did. And at least we were able to get out of that without taking 5,000 years in order to finish that fight. All field portals are open, and Mistral is at level 4. Black Rose and I hit level 8. But really, sometimes .hack is about the grind, and the way I'm thinking, if my intel is correct on the keywords, this is only a level 2, a 2-floor dungeon. I can English. This dungeon will only have 2 floors. I may as well do it, because no matter what I get out of it, it's going to probably be better than the crap I've currently got. And you need as best of equipment as you can. So I'm going to clear this first before we go anywhere. And I can get intel on what exactly the dungeon type is if I haven't written it down yet. So I call this Dark Blue Stones, basically. Looks like the dungeon is being affected by Expansive. Okay, which I've written down already. Yeah, I called it... Oh, I said it was Body Gross, but this is not Body Gross. So the type is not affected by the keyword. That's good to know. Maybe the number of floors are what's affected by the keyword. So hopefully this is only a level 2... a 2-floor dungeon. Funny that Expansive is a small dungeon, but whatever. Let's get ourselves to the bottom, see if we can test my theory. This is a good time to actually change Mistral's equipment because... Oh, she's using the iron rod. I don't think I ever told her to do that. She was smart enough to switch rods because it gives her the ability to cast an earth spell on these wooden enemies. I didn't realize the game was that smart to auto-switch equipment. Good job, developers. Maybe I spoke too soon about Expansive as a keyword. This dungeon is huge. We're still only on the first level of the basement, and there's been a ton of enemies everywhere. Doesn't help that we've got so many of these jerk Mushroom Kings that I'm just going through data drain like crazy. We'll be able to handle it better later once we all have better skills and magic and stuff to go through. They're wood elements, so I can start using earth skills against them, but they're still strong, and then this dickhole, the ectoplasm, is not helpful because he runs around like a douche and won't let me beat the crap out of him in one place. At least with him, I'm trying not to use the data drain, but he also hits pretty hard. He's causing Black Rose some grief, and Mistral just does not seem... Yeah, there she goes. She went down. Mistral, you didn't help me. Don't make cry face. Here, get her back up. I don't want to use an item on her. I don't want to spend my precious items getting her back up. Yeah, I'd rather heal myself with that. Anyway, I would say that once you hit level 7, as I have, and you have to deal with Mushroom Kings and ectoplasms, that's when you have your first little difficulty curve. It's not hard, but it's still sort of a welcome to .hack, where you can't simply mash X to get through every fight anymore. Finally, the basement to go to level 2. The enemies are hitting me with so much magic, I've switched to my anti-magic loadout, so hopefully those ectoplasms aren't going to hit me quite so hard. Black Rose is still Black Rose. I haven't changed her gear around, but as long as I'm alive, I can at least try to heal everyone as they get the crap kicked out of them. The bracelet is shining. It's probably not good. Bracelet enhanced by Book of 1000. Ryu Book 1 is generated by the bracelet. Ryu Book 1 is added to the key items list. I now have Wormhide. Lots of things happen there, including... Holy crap. Mistral nearly dying. So, unfortunately, the infection's going to spread even more. Now I'm all green in there, in that image, which is not great, but you can see how much crap keeps getting dumped on my head. So let me get myself healed up. There are 4 enemies here, and I'm just trying to whittle it down to 1 before we attack. Yeah, because of that crap. Which, this is probably a bit overkill. I think I could handle 2 of those ectoplasms. The 3 ectoplasms and a Mushroom King? Forget it. That's way too many hit points and too much damage output that they're doing for me to control all that well. I now have hiking gear. And I'm getting crap dropped on my head. Luckily, we did just level up, so I think that... Yeah, certainly I can tolerate what they're hitting me with. Alright, folks, attack at will. Yeah, I can handle a little... Oh, maybe not. Alright, hold on, let me get myself healed. Or I'll just go down, that's fine. Could someone wake me up, please? First aid. Thank you. Probably should have used an item instead, but it's fine. Alright, I should not need to... Oh my god. Stop making me follow you around everywhere. I don't have the SP to do what I need to do there. So... Use your skills, everybody! What are you doing? There you go. One of the advantages of using skills is it stops the enemy or at least slows them down from moving around quite so much. Gives you a chance to catch up to them and actually lay down some damage. Jungle Boots. Can that go to her? Nope. Wave Masters cannot equip it. Oh man, this dungeon's big. Looks like my personal observations were not correct. We're going to floor 3 at least of this dungeon. Hopefully it's nothing too deep. I haven't seen a dungeon more than 5 floors yet, but we'll handle it no matter what. This is really helping out. Mistral's gaining levels quickly. Pyro and Black Rose are above level 10 now, so we are in good shape. It's probably best to just do this. Grind away, gain some stuff, and we're good. Wow, that only hit me for 8 damage. It's hitting Black Rose for 32. Maybe I should get her... Oh, something hit me much harder than that, though. I don't know what that was. But maybe that means it is worth getting Black Rose some anti-magic gear for this kind of thing, because fighting 2 of these jerks, they are both picking on Black Rose, and it is very difficult for us to get any sort of attack going as a result. There we go. Now we're better off. So... Oh! And I guess Mistral took out the other one. Wow, well done. Ah! Data drain is out of control. Mage Lay is cast. I don't remember what that is, but that means I've been using it way too much, so I'm going to have to kind of slow down on it, at least for a few enemies, and we'll just have to suffer through this as... Oh, gosh. I'm getting the crap kicked out of me. Alright. Just have to suffer through it, use our normal attacks. By level, they're not very strong. We're not gaining a tremendous amount of XP per kill. Mistral's still doing alright, but diminishing returns is a real problem. Luckily, I've got several things. Is it a curse? It is a curse. Okay, well, that's good. I've just fixed it, so it's not a big deal. But anyway, Mistral is still gaining some decent XP. Black Rose and I are down to single digits, though, so we should not be here anymore. However, I don't... Oh my god, there's a 4th floor. I don't do things half-assed. We're here now. We're gonna see this dungeon through, no matter how many floors it is. Because I want treasure, damn it. We're entering basement number 4 of a very exhausting dungeon. I cannot believe there's a 100-floor dungeon that you have to do in one shot. I mean, I suppose you wouldn't need to do a full clear, but my god, it must take a while. If we had more fairy orbs, I could use a fairy orb as we go into a new floor of the dungeon and it would give me the entire map. Maybe that's how to do it, because if we just blitz through all 100 floors, then maybe it's not too terrible. And it is a very, very late game thing. It's post-game. It's after you beat the final boss. Now, these jerks resurrect themselves and each other. Or I guess just each other. So, whenever you get to the point where you're having to face more than one, you sort of have to data drain them. That way they stop resurrecting each other. And we are getting a lot of virus cores. Not that that matters right now. No one knows what the virus cores are, but that's fine. Here's hoping this is the final floor of this one. With the size of this dungeon, I don't think I've got enough time in this episode to get anything more meaningful done, so we may as well just go from here. All this work is really helping out with Mistral, though, because she's one-hitting all of the Mushroom Kings now. So we're getting somewhere. The only problem here is we have to deal with 2 of them at once. Alright, everybody, attack the same enemy. I'm gonna try to do this without doing a data drain, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to. Because between the mushroom healing, this damn thing resurrecting, I may not... Well... We separated them. Hey, good job. Yeah, our power is growing. Basically, you can tell your power creep, your power gain, just by how little other bullshit you have to do. So, that's where we're at right now. Yeah. Yeah, the less you have to use data drain, the better. I mean, you have to use it for plot reasons and that kind of thing. But if you can get away with not using it against the mooks, so much the better. We are coming up to 30 minutes. Boy, I hope this is the last floor. Oh, good. All dungeon portals open. Ah, this has been exhausting. Alright, come on guys, use your skills. Light them up. That's not helpful. I need to data drain it. In the last fight, we even got the next Book of Ryu, which is hilarious. There we go, finally. Oh, he's dying, though, so... Oh. Maybe we divided his attention enough that he was neither of them were able to get off their resurrections. That's helpful. Alright, so... I'm not sure why this is 4 floors and my intel said 2. Maybe the difficulty also affects the number of floors in a dungeon. Mountain Guard, Grunt Doll, Yellow Candy. That first one is not vendor trash, but the rest is. Mountain Guard. Not for me, but is for... what's her name? Black Rose. Here you go, Black Rose. Have a Mountain Guard. Good deal. Alright, we're gonna get out of here. And provided that I don't have any cutscenes once we get back into town, that'll be it. Luckily, with all of that grinding, I mean, it was just one dungeon, but it still took me, looks like about an hour. Oh, can't leave yet. We got enemies. Well, this is not gonna be difficult, given what we just went through. Other than all of the bullshit that's happening. Frickin' Mushroom King and his healing bullshit. Gotta take out the healers first. There we go. Have a little data drain, you dick. Luckily, that cutscene can be skipped. I like it. There's even an option that lets you auto-disable, or I guess auto-skip or disable, whatever you want to call it, the cutscene for doing a data drain. I always leave it up because I like it, but I know that I'll probably drive you all a little batty here in YouTube. Are we clear? I think we're clear, other than this treasure. Yoink. Got it. Okay, let's all get back to town before we get the crap kicked out of us. Whew! Oh, I meant to check Mistral's level. I'll do that as our last action, and we'll see where we're up to. Again, the goal was 10, I think, or was the goal 4, and now it's, after that it'll be 10? Let's see. Oh, Black Rose and I are at 10. I thought we were past 10, but whatever. Level 7's for Mistral will be fantastic. So that's gonna do it for today, and in the next one we will continue chasing the keywords. We have to go observe Tiny Head Big Man and see what he wants to do in that one area. Thank you all very much for watching. I will see you again tomorrow for another episode.